birthday! Happy birthday! I would say it's not every day that a game turns 10 years old, but that's almost certainly not true at this point. There's probably been a game release for each day of the year at this point, and I imagine a lot of them are 10 years old by now. So, oh my god, Oswald? Oswald just went all nuts. He got excited for birthday, which, you know, understandable. Respectable. Oswald knows what's up. He knows Bloodborne, no matter how much Sony tries to bury it for whatever dumb reason. I remember I saw... I don't want to talk about this the whole stream, but I do want to say I feel like I saw on like a recommended feed recently. It's like the reason Sony won't do more with Bloodborne, yada yada yada, and I was like, I don't care. Like when it comes to issues like that, I'm like, it's going to be a stupid reason, a stupid reason that could be, you know, completely avoided. If people are white knuckling every IP they had, just fucking gripping it for their life, afraid that if they let you know, Bingus the Bobcat out of their copyright mittens, then their whole family will starve and they'll be left destitute. Lord forbid. Anyway. Moving on from that, this is like, I do think, I believe Bloodborne was like really you could call it my first game in a lot of ways. My actual first game was like Mario 64 on the DS, but that was when I was just like a kid who played like all the games my parents bought for me. So like, played a lot of Wii Sports Resorts, Epic Mickey, which I did go out and get myself, but that was a whole other story. Mario Galaxy, etc., etc. And then I kind of chilled out on games for a long time. And then started watching like Game Grumps and stuff, started learning trivia about games, and got real into it again. So, Parrot, you got it, Paula. Do I even have... I think the closest thing I'd have to a Bloodborne Parrot would be the classic boy. So let's get him out. He should come out a bit further. There we go. Anyway. But yeah. I started getting back into games as like an art form. I appreciate it eventually, and Bloodborne was like, that was when Bloodborne was like new. As though like maybe a year old at that point. And I remember being like, wow, I've seen trailers of this game, and it really connects with me for some reason. And then I played it, and I said a little bit on Blue Sky that, like, I played Bloodborne a lot, and then I was like, well, I have a PS4, I should get other games to play on it. And I was like, oh no. I think I have the best game on PS4, and nothing will make me want to play this console as much as Bloodborne will. Now I have like a million PS4 games, all of which I love, but Bloodborne wears that crown proudly. So, sorry, I gotta blow my nose. Also, can I just say, thinking about it, I'm not even crazy for like a Bloodborne remaster, remake, what have you, even though it might be good. But just putting it on PC, so, you know, lots of people can experience it. That'd be ideal, you know. Like that's probably the best thing about the Epic Mickey remake, is they put it on Steam, and now we don't have to worry about like the console it's on not being like current gen or what have you. You can just go buy it on Steam if you want. So. But yeah, let's play some Bloodborne. Oh, Lord. I didn't mean to skip fully ahead. I wanted to fade out the music. Goodness. But anyway. What else was I thinking of? Also, hi, Paula. Yada 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 yada. Love me a Bloodborne. What? What? This one. Yeah, I mean, I was looking. I was like, I kind of want to play like one small thing before we get into Sonic 06. And I was going to do like a whole extra Epic Mickey playthrough. And then I was like, wait a minute. Well, I wasn't like, wait a minute. I saw Bloodborne is 10 years old today. No, I was like, well, I mean, that'd be great. Wait a minute. What if even where, notebook, use, write note, fear, remember, time for, humans, creatures, the concept, they're like anniversary, pity, grief, joy. I'll say joy. Time for joy. And that could be applied to a lot of things, but we here will know that it was for Bloodborne's 10th anniversary. Also, Grumpison is here. Playing an almost 10-year-old game. I'm playing an almost 10-year. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. I'm doing my part. Yeah, I didn't think we'd do more of Grumpison's playthrough. I made him solely to play through it with a friend, and then those plans completely fell through. Calling out friends alive on air. But yeah, I don't know. In terms of Bloodborne in the modern day, I think you're okay if you have a PS5, but you know, not everyone does. So at that point, yeah, it'd probably be better if they re-released it. Although I don't know if I have nearly enough for. Oh, I do. I forgot the last thing we did. How about more? I need more vitality. Wicked bad. Alright. I do remember the place we left off at, which was Yargul. We were getting into the Lovecraftian elements of it. Also, let us all praise Bloodborne for a minute. Because, like, yes, it draws a lot from Lovecraft, yada yada yada, what have you, what have you. But I would take a guess to say that for a lot of people in the modern age, this was their first exposure to cosmic horror. And better this than actual Lovecraft. I'd say there's a small selection of Lovecraft stories you can read without getting the real nasty bits of that man's everything. But I'd be lying, because there are no stories. Stories like that don't exist. Like, if you actually go, like, you know, you might escape some nasty things on a surface level, but small bit of analysis and you're like So thank you, Bloodborne. You're a much better teacher than your predecessor. I will say that much. Does he not laser here? Oh no, he black holes. Lady, stop ringing that bell. The only bell I want to see people ringing is the subscribe icon to twitch.tv/Cahill-Comics. That was that was natural. That was smooth. Good work, Cahill. Thank you, Cahill. They'll never know. Ow. Also, Bloodborne was my first exposure to... I wonder if anyone will celebrate when Old Hunter's release date comes around. When that turns 10 years old. Because this game was also my first exposure to the idea of DLC, i.e. like, expansion to game you buy later. And that was unfair to DLC, because it gave me a very good impression of it. this game has amazing DLC, and that's not the case with every company and game. So when I heard people complaining about it later, I was like, well, I'm confused. I like DLC. Not realizing that sometimes it's not like cool, expansive thing they've added on, but rather something that should have been in the base game. Very different levels are those. I can't open it from this side. What did I say about the bell? I can't believe you would do this. Yeah, wooden shield. I also think it's weird because, like, I played this before any other Souls games, right? And I think it worked for me very well as, like, guy who definitely likes to be aggressive in games, like, likes to kind of be able to move forward and fastly. Bloodborne was great. But then, like, then I played Dark Souls 3, and I love that too. And then people were like, it's too linear. And I was like, I don't, it's good by me. It's fast-paced. There are definitely some criticisms you could throw at Dark Souls 3, but honestly, I don't mind its level design, so. But that's me. I'm a sucker for Dark Souls 3, the whole aesthetic. When they did the Dark Souls 1 remaster, I was so sad we didn't get, like, the ember fiery aesthetic, like a whole remake of Dark Souls. We ended up getting that for Demon Souls, which I should get for my PS5, but you know. Y'all think I can win this? Me against the Homeowners Association? Who wins? Hammer or Homeowners Association? Take the Christmas lights down! Are you fiend? Do these ones come back? Because the bell-ringing women tend to respawn, folks, but yeah, no. I don't think these ones come back. I think there's just a lot of ladies around here. So, you know. You know how it be. Oh, hey. I was here before. Speaking of Bloodborne, it's always fun, because people have pointed out before, you know, there's that whole thing of, like, video games cause violence, which wicked isn't true. Also, hey, dude, I never realized you're... Can I... Ow! Okay, well, I was going to attempt to... attack him, but... This is probably why I thought the women respawned. Wait, did she just where did she come from? Lady in the back, where did you come from? I'm from the Homeowners Association. That's not an ant. You know what I meant. Hammer. I was gonna be like, can I shoot that amygdala in the face? But then I was set up on fire. And I was like, well, I deserve this. Where's the clock tower? Does that have an amygdala climbing all over it, or is it... Hello? Are they respawning? Wait. Let's sit back here and watch for a minute. I feel like I'm going crazy, which is appropriate given the cosmic horror nature of this game. They are! I'm upset about this. Why would you... I can't drop down. Where can I drop down from? Really? Really, you're chasing me? I want... How much of a memory do you have, woman? Because I want you to think about the last few times this happened, and whether or not it's a good idea to try and keep it going. The Homeowners Association never gives up. We'll gentrify this neighborhood or die trying. I don't think that's, you know. Secret. We love secret. Holy shit, I like secret less now. So I still haven't bought small lantern, which is a problem. I could use a small lantern. Oh, there's the bell ring. You're the head of the Homeowners Association. You've been causing me such headaches. Truly, what a nightmare. But yeah, Bloodborne. Bloodborne's great. It taught me many things as a kid, which I think is better for. Oh, right, I didn't even finish, like, that thought. About how, like, you know, there's that completely kind of, I would say completely invented, because at the end of the day, there are violent video games. But largely fictitious, I would say, idea that video games cause kids to be violent, which, I mean, if anything, drives its, like, gets its source less from actual video games causing kids to be violent and more so from just generations of people before that saying that, like, books and comics and TVs cause kids to be violent. But meanwhile, what Bloodborne did for me wasn't make me want to be violent, but rather it gave me, like, it made me upset at real life architecture. Yharnam is such a cool, interconnected gothic city, ignore the amygdalas, that going into, like, Philadelphia, which has a comparatively a less fantastic layout, and, you know, I mean, you got some colonial architecture around there, but there's plenty of newer stuff that is not as charmingly designed. And, like, with that in mind, like that's what this game was doing to me, was making me be like, man, real life city design sucks. And then I learned that's partly because I live in America. Interconnected cities via, like, foot traffic and stuff do exist in the real world, but I'm living in the wrong country for it. Uh-oh. Man, the last few times I played this, I was about to say, last few times I played this game, I was so bad at dodging the laser. I was like, I will avoid its path entirely. You have a hammer too! You're dead, though. Last few times I played this game, I was like, I will avoid the laser entirely. And then I did a very bad job at it. So... let's see about this time. Are you not... Dude! Shoot her! Heck, she even threw stuff at you! Why am I the only one getting shit for this? Unbelievable. He's a part of the Homeowners Association. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, I feel like part of what makes Bloodborne so great is in fact tied to its take on cosmic horror, which is of course The Hunter, a for all intents and purposes, random ass nobody who walks into a city afflicted by, you know, horrors and just starts laying waste to them. Granted, in part thanks to the fact that you're able to just come back from a dream repeatedly, but through like determination and stuff. And it is, I think, that kind of a that kind of idea of like, listen, it does not matter how like it doesn't matter if it's like if how big the threats you face are, or, you know, how insurmountable the odds may seem, or even if you yourself can really make that much of a dent in their kind of perceived reality. If you are determined and driven enough, you can just kind of keep carving your way through it, which is great. I like that part. I like that kind of philosophy. Love being determined. What is this, Underville? Wait a minute. That can't be. Did Undertale come out the same year as Bloodborne? Undertale video game 2015. Bloodborne 2015. Oh my lord. Why have I never... I almost definitely... Oh, hello? You're in the know, right? That's actually pretty good. Oh, cancel. That's a fine note. You're in the know. See, that I never know how some people really make very interesting, you know, like, with phrases I don't know exist in the game. So that was definitely the wrong area. Hypogen Jail? Yardgold. I'm guessing it's Yardgold Chapel. I'm gonna guess that. I don't think there was... we ran into another one besides the chapel. How long has my mic been off? You've got to be fucking kidding me with this. Well, that's fun. I don't know how many people even heard me talking about, like, dog shit and what have you. That's the fun part. Lord, I had a headache at work today, and someone was like, it's probably pollen. It's getting kicked up today. And I was like, you're probably right. And I just was like, I fucking hate allergies. I hate... Allergies make me mad at the human body. That was like a concept. Like, to a degree, it's like, yeah, we shouldn't, like... It's a good thing our body doesn't just let random shit inside, you know, all the time, forever. But also, I do wish it had some, like, a higher discretion on, like, what it perceived as a threat and what it may be recognized as being, like, well, this is normal. I don't know. You've got to be kidding me. Wow, this section's going good. Anyway. But yeah, just... But, you know, go with game sense. You're good, Paul. I mean, listen. Bare minimum, Paula, there's a few other people here now, which I'm impressed with, considering I might have been muted for a while. So it's not like it's any one person's fault. I can just be mad at you as a collective. I'm joking. I should be mad at myself. Anyway. What was I just thinking of? But yeah. Oh yeah, human allergies. Fuck them. And fuck these guys. Lord. Literally so ridiculous. Like an obscene amount of ridiculous. Those dogs. That, like, little part. Like, honestly, I could count this whole ass, like, area, sub-area of Yargul, what with, like, the 3 hunters and bell women as mean. Nightmarish, you might say. But, genuinely just fucking... like that weird little corner with a gunman and 2 dogs. It feels the meanest. Okay, I don't know what the hell lightninged me. Okay, well that was a misuse. Fucking... That was it, apparently. Is that guy? Is that one guy on the stairs? I'm okay with using a little bit of cheese. When have I ever said I don't like cheese, you know? Oh wait, and then I could also do like this. What the fuck? Oh my lord! And I'm like out of poison knives. Like I have some of them, but the worst part is that first time where the one guy was coming up the stairs, who I'm pretty sure is now in the basement fucking me over with lightning. It would have been good to get his ass, you know, then, but I was being a coward and also having PTSD about dogs. What? Stop switching! What is wrong with you? Oh my lord, I'm about to not play Bloodborne on its anniversary. Oh my lord, my allergies are just like, would you like an attack now? But yeah, it's unfortunate. By all right, I should run past those guys, but now I'm upset. I'm upset and I desire for them to just totally and completely perish. Okay, we're gonna take a note from later hunting game, Monster Hunter. not count solely on lock-on. Good. Hammer. Hammer. Lord. Completely and totally ridiculous. Yeah. You wanna pitchfork me? What the? That should have been a parry! Yeah, like this. The platypus. Hello. Just work some aggression out on that corner. Okay. Fucking one of these fuckers is down these stairs. I know it for a fact. I knew it. And now they're all gonna be out. There's not... On one hand, like, it is always, like, weird and frustrating. Not frustrating. The opposite, if anything. Weird and comical. When, like, a game, like, has, like, you stealth killing enemies and his friends don't hear you, like, next to him, right? But then you have, like, this, or, like, even in a big-ass room, these three guys immediately know it's just like, oh my, there's a dude, there's a dude attacking our friend. And they suck. Guy who wants monsters. I want to kill these guys so bad, but wait, I don't think it. Do I have enough just to get some? If you're like, hey, why don't use poison daggers? That's cheating. It's like I don't care. Bloodbath beast nightmares. You got poison daggers for me? How's it going? Not well. Watch me do all the bosses infinitely easier than this. It's almost a guarantee at this point. You guys got... No, you don't. You don't got any. What do I need to get fucking poison daggers? Not what I have. Well, honestly, get this. And then... You know what? Okay, I can't even get enough of those. I'll just skip them. I'm rapidly running out of healing, almost guaranteed. They're not in this one, right? I don't think so. I'm almost certainly not. Yeah, they're not. Alright, fine, we do it the old-fashioned way. But I won't be happy about it. I do wonder how flammable they are. Maybe we check that out. You know, like, far be it from me to go against the Geneva Convention. That's not what it's called. Anyway, but far be it from me to go against my friend Geneva. But also, maybe we use some flamethrowers in warfare. just as a concept. Fun idea, flamethrowers. Oh my, really? Dude. I promise I like this game. Here's the thing, right? I can just run through this. I don't have to be doing this. I'm doing it to myself. But now I'm upset at it. And if nothing else, I want to kill one of those 3 assholes in the chapel. And all of these assholes here. So... Oh, you gotta be kidding me. You couldn't make sure to get any of these guys in that... You basically have a brick you can throw off the ledge. And you couldn't do that? Couldn't do a Legend of Zelda 2 aim down? Where are you going? I know where you are. Quickly, quickly. Yeah. No. No ringing your bell. You suck too. Enough with that. Oh, hey, you're back. Cool for you. Uh-huh. It's like, I'm gonna shoot you, and I'm like, okay, interesting. Interesting and cool of you to do that. Really happy for you. Hey. Oh, well, I didn't mean it. Well, now I know we've said some things that we'll both regret later. You can say some things you're gonna regret now. Hello. Dude, come on. Yeah. Anyway. Idea. Don't... What the... Wait! What is First off, I didn't emote. Couldn't tell you why. This is doing nothing to them. Just a prank, bro. Just a prank. And he said, we're immune to fire damage. I'm like, that's bullshit. You... Where? Lord. Fine, run past these assholes. These guys are the worst. I'm done with them. I'll come back when I'm 17 levels higher. Lord. I've said it once and I'll say it before about, like, many games, but whoever designed that to prison with you, like, see, I don't... The Bell Women I get. It is remixing the classic enemies to be more challenging via a new nice the aim system I don't get, but, you know, what else is new? Anyway. Really. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. What was I just thinking of? But yeah, whoever was like, 3 hunters in a church, it'll be cool. It'll be cool and neat. Like, they're the worst. They can go to hell. I'm gonna get shot right now. Oh. Guess he was reloading. It's a flintlock. It takes a while. my lord. Dude. Fuck off. Like, even for 5 minutes. Alrighty. We're gonna go down this way. I'm gonna go down this way. Let's see, what's up? Well, that's not a great thing to be up currently. That's gross. This is gross as hell. Good thing I have a massive hammer that I use to deal with things. You've gotta be kidding me. I have an idea. I have an idea, and it's gonna seem new and it's gonna seem radical. Had the massive hammer. I don't appreciate the tone in which you said that, Trom. And you might say, well, Cahill, it was a text message. What tone could I have said it in? The tone in my voice in which I read it. These dogs are almost certainly, yeah. Oh, fucking get out of here. You're the worst. And your mom hates you. Like, just... We're gonna get really personal. You've gotta be... I didn't even know you could come back here. Of course. Lord. Unnecessary. I think I can get my echoes back. Where do you think those guys went? I think they're right there and they're pretty angry at me. Anyway. You gotta be kidding me. I know it's been a minute, but... I love how no one can see the pose I just did. If you could see the if you could see the pose I just struck, you'd be scared. That's why I don't have a face cam. Decided to get rid of you. I would have preferred this not be like the opening to stream, but Bloodborne decided I must do this part of the game a lot. Get some revenge health. Okay. Whoa. And I also like how none of these enemies drop any health potions. That's a big help to me, and I really appreciate it. I'm lying. I'm lying about that. For his 10th birthday, Bloodborne shows violence. And honestly, would I have it any other way? It's kind of hard to say, you know? Because in some ways, it's like, I'm rusty, I've been playing other games, so it's like I'm playing it for the first time again, which is always nice. I say always nice. Yeah, it's an experience. But, you know. Being consistent in choosing violence. Exactly. There's that. That'll help with what we're about to do, so that's nice. Hello, Bagman. I'm glad you're dead. I'm not gonna lie to you. Bagman, I could say a lot of things. You know what? I don't know who this guy is, but you want to help me just embarrass a boss after what I've been through? You are welcome to the ride. You look suspiciously like the guy who's been kicking my ass for the last 5 minutes. Well, half hour. But but we won't talk about that for the time being. I will choose to ignore that in favor of violence not directed at me. Hello? Stop doing fucking shock pulse or whatever. Pearl has decided to use shockwaves. You know, obviously a lot of not Bloodborne, soft games are known for like lore on like whatever characters that maybe you didn't even realize had lore. But I feel like one of the benefits to Bloodborne is like Parl, for example. I don't think there's a word of lore about him. He just has a cool design, and for all intents and purposes, he is just like a random Yarnum person, maybe high ranking, in order to, you know, get the amount of blood it would take to have like a transformation like this. But you know, just mutated villager, which I'm sure a lot of like that's what the cleric beast is, no doubt. We're definitely kind of meant to assume it's like a cleric, but it's not like, unlike a later boss, which I could name, it's not given a specific name, it's just like, this is a cleric beast. Oh, did the guy who looks suspiciously like the people who've been kicking my ass for a while die? What a shame. He'll be missed, maybe, probably not. Is there a way I can get back up from here or not? There's a lantern over here, but that doesn't really denote anything. Then there is up this way where I came from, But that's also kind of nothing. Nope, so it's just like, you can choose to go back to Old Yarnum behind this wall from here, or, you know, hang out in Parl's room. You know, I guess I didn't really think about it. But it is a neat... On top of all the... You're so Yarnum, Stitch. But... It is kind of a neat detail that Yargul, which is meant to be a place in the city designed to be, like, out of the way and hidden. In order to... So that the church can do fucked up experiments. Is, like, kind of sequestered next to, what's it called? To Old Yarnum, which is a completely quarantined and I did not mean to do that. Sectioned off part of the city. That'd be nice. It'd be nice to have some bolt paper on me. Fortify weapon. Yes, please. Sick. Okay. But here's the problem now. Is that I would like 2 levels, but I don't think I have enough to get 2 levels out of. Can I sell 2 Madman's Knowledge and get that much? I don't think 2 Madman's Knowledge will do it. 2 Madman's Knowledge did it. Yeah, we are going to do health. I'd like to be a chunky fellow. Quite honestly. That was just passing through. Is that in this game, Shrom, or are you talking about a different one? Because it sounds cool. Who doesn't love, like, the lone gunman hero? You know, strong man, no backstory, just a clear, long history of doing similar crazy stunts and making his way through the world. Over under, what do you think the chance of me getting that guy killed in a beast fight means he's not here anymore? Oh, if they did it. Here's the thing, the way you phrased it made me think they had. And, I mean, I want to be like they have, but in a lot of ways, a lot of, like, the bosses that don't tend to have a lot of lore or lore implications behind them tend to be, like, not the hardest. They rarely do big set-piece bosses that end up being harder than, like, I don't know, Gwyn. Or what have you. That felt wildly satisfying. Man, if I could send everyone flying across the fucking map like that, I would still get shot in the head. But I honestly thought me fucking selling off a bunch of bullshit would have helped us. Well, it's getting rid of a bunch of insight. Because insight makes you loopy in this game. Unless we're being too satisfying. You seem too happy with yourself, sir. It's time to check your ego. Have you even considered about checking yourself? Or mayhaps wrecking yourself? It was Shakespeare who said that. And Shakespeare was the smartest man who ever lived. Yes, he died of the common cold, but that's because he didn't think it was too important to make a cure for it. He was more focused on plays. Half of which you'll be upset reading about in your in high school. Hello. Stop whispering behind a corner. Asshole. Gargoyle is for sure this shitty part of town in Yarnum. 111%. I don't even know how many people knew about it, but I guarantee you the people who did were just like, well, we're not going through Yargool. Fucking... You insane? Part of town is awful. Roll up the coach windows. We seem to be passing through Yargool village. And I don't mean in like a stereotypical kind of way, you know? No, I mean like everyone. Yargool was just bad. And everyone knew it. Oh, right. This elevator goes up to here, which is a slightly... It means you don't have to go through the chapel, which is nice. Oh, wait, and isn't there also a shortcut? Let me out. Let me out. Oh, hey. Let me in. Let me in. Oh, hey, shortcut. Oh. That wasn't me. Foul beast, you fell to your death. Maybe next time consider doing that. Stupid. You're such a dickhead. I'm a dickhead for you falling off the roof. Uh-huh. You could have been not so focused on chasing me that you fucking fell down an elevator shaft. Did you even consider that as a possibility? Isn't there like... There's a yeah, there's a lycanthrope down there for sure. Yeah. Yes, skittering. I see you skittering. My question is there anything else down here? I don't think so. And that guy just left. the coolest guy at the party, Skittering Beast, just left. Fucking why are you even still here? Shit sucks. Delicious bath salts. Hey, did anyone else lick their mom's Himalayan pink salt lamp that they had? Now you might be like, Cahill, did you do that? I didn't. And you might be like, well, fuck it. You're denying, but it really sounds like you did. But here's the thing, I didn't. I just thought about it. But I feel like I've heard other people talk about it. So that's why I'm asking chat if anyone was like, yeah, I'll own up to that. Because I'm being vulnerable enough right now, one, to get mauled by a man-wolf, and two, to say that I would have if I had ever worked up the courage, but I didn't. So I'm wondering if anyone else out there did. Who's currently making bestial noises at me? Sounds like a lot of guys. I don't know. I don't appreciate these noises. Fucking bell woman. Get out of here. You summoned a dude from an anime convention who just bought his first katana to defend you. That was never gonna work out, and the fact you didn't know that, well, says more about you than it does about me. You might say, Cahill, you're a mass murderer. You've gone on a killing spree that has claimed dozens of lives in the city of Yarnum. And to that I would say, well, maybe they shouldn't have bought katanas from fucking Otaku-Con. Like... like, that one's not on me. The defenses of this city in particular, horrible. Also, everyone get ready to sing a happy birthday. That's right. After all that hard work, we've made it just in time for Bloodborne's birthday celebration. They're coming in. Are you guys ready? Yeah. Yeah, everyone get their birthday bells out. Okay, folks. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Grandpa. Happy birthday to you. I hope they like their party. I like it. Pardon me. Ow. Don't kick. Ow, don't kick. Don't care if you're 10 years old. Don't kick. You know better. I've decided to start... I've been so upset with the people of this city. I've decided to buy a taser. Check it out. You know, I remember seeing a small video about how, like, Elden Ring and Dark Souls calculate their fall damage. And I wonder if that, it was, you know, it's talking about for the player, because obviously in, like, Elden Ring, it's redonkulous. Uh-oh. Fall damage! He's reeling up for something. Oh, and I'm out of bolt paper. I love how I said that, and I was still close enough to get hit. Hello, sir. I don't like your corpse explosions. Can I just say that? I know it's your birthday, but... too many corpse explosions. Ow, what the fuck? Oh my lord! Oh. Oh, this guy... it's decently hard. Is center of mass better? I don't know if center of mass is better. Center of mass seems to be going better. Ow. As I get kicked in the face again. Uh-oh. He got pretty upset. His birthday party is not going how he planned. Which is, you know, I'm not saying it's selfish, but like fucking we planned the birthday party. So maybe, like, you can have notes, but, like, don't have, like, if you want, like, a list of things done, maybe don't let people, don't ask for, like, a surprise party. This is why I don't have problems with this guy, is I tend to stick to the center. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Nope. Back off. Back off. He's making a lake of vomit. He's had too much to drink at his birthday party. But now he's making vomit puddles. Alright, is that 2 bosses done first try? After the nightmare, literal nightmare that was those 3 dudes. They were 3 guys, burgers and fries. Actually, they were just burgers. But those last 2 guys are who thought of the fries idea. More health, more health. Very well. I would deeply appreciate more health. And you know what? 1 strength. Let it never be said that Cahill Comics doesn't have a healthy diet. 5 Big Macs and 1 apple slice. I know, I know. I'm living large out here. Wish you could buy flame paper with that shit, but... Also, yeah, let's see if we can min-max this shit. Nope. Hope I got all the best numbers. Except maybe blunt attack up. That's not really that good of a trade-off. Alrighty. Back to it. Who's that? I wasn't invited. Aww. Well, you want to know something, Paula? I can thoroughly say that if they did not invite you to your own surprise party, then they were bad at planning a surprise party. They threw I don't care what they say. They threw a shitty party. Like, no, the party was not. Yeah, you didn't invite the person it was for. Bad job. I'm gonna touch a skull. Maybe just one little skull touch. Throw that on. Is there anything back here? I feel like I always, whenever I come back to my old college, I'm always like, always check the corners. Like, hey, wait a minute. Anyone leave anything back here? Man, everyone's always leaving gum all over the place. Poor janitors. Ah, I see you. Well, at least you're not over here. Be mad I took this out. You are. Well, I'm mad about the gum. Get out of here. Oh, also, I've been talking about this stream, but you know, I've been enjoying Bloodborne. But I did see the new Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up, and I liked it. It was pretty good. I'm not gonna do like a super in-depth review here, but you know, talk about some things. One thing I will say is that, like, so if you don't know, Warner Brothers has adopted the legitimately just fucking disgusting strategy of just fucking not releasing movies and basically deleting them. Hey, what's up? See you later. You know what, Patches? Even though this is almost certainly the grossest you've looked in any of the Souls games, it's Bloodborne's birthday. Have a good one. Merry Christmas. Alrighty. Honestly, kind of speeding through this part, but I mean, like, there's some, like, loot in that area, but if we're being honest, like, super effective. You say that. It's been effective against bosses big. Anyway. Was I just thinking of? But yeah, that section's weird. Like, I'm glad it's there, because, I mean, weird stuff in this game is part of the chorus, but fucking, like, it's like a whole ass section that it basically might as well just be a hallway. Oh yeah, right, Looney Tunes. So, I saw The Day the Earth Blew Up, and again, if you don't know, Warner Brothers has taken to the legitimately just fucking disgusting business strategy of just kind of deleting movies after making them without releasing them, in order to get, like, tax breaks and shit. I don't even know how that works, but in order to get, like, tax breaks and shit that then, like, basically cover the cost of the movie. Basically, they're making the movies and then not releasing them using money-making scheme to recoup the cost. So it sucks. It sucks. Warner Brothers sucks. Trom is making a joke about it, and I can't. Like, Trom is stronger than I. Every time I talk about it, I get too upset to say anything other than that it just disgusts me. So yeah, but if I have the story straight, what happened was The Day the Earth Blew Up was one of the 2 Looney Tunes films that they kind of were doing this strategy with, and fucking weird furry fucking me up, weird snowman ass. Anyway, but then someone, I forget, I want to take a shot at who the group was that got the rights to the film, essentially, in order to play it at a film festival, but I do not know specifically, so I shall not just attribute credit when I do not know who actually deserves it. But I was definitely pressing the button to, you know, parry you. Yeah, like this. There we go. But yeah, they released it at a film festival, which I was like, oh man, so it's not in theaters, so I can't see it. And then they put it in theaters. And, well, I didn't even remember there were 2 of you guys. And here's the thing, they are taking it out of theaters soon, because I guess even as it's making money, because it is, I was doing some research, and it seems to be making a decent amount of money in the box office, even as the box office overall isn't raking too much in at the moment. No, Warner Brothers still like, no, kill it. So that sucks again. So that is the film's background, and I went in and I saw it, and I don't want to say I don't want to be like I had my hopes too high, but what I will say is that like I was obviously with that much history, I was expecting a lot from this film, and it's not like they tried deleting like Spider-Verse before it had been released, right? But it's still a good movie. Like if you have any love for like I want to say old cartoons, just like cartoons, Saturday morning cartoons, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, any of those, you should go see it because it just feels like a big version of that. And I'm honestly glad I was rewatching some Looney Tunes beforehand because like I rewatched one of my favorite Looney Tunes skits and I was like, wow, this is shorter than I thought it was. And then I go see this and it's basically a 90-minute Looney Tunes, cartoon. And that is pretty good. Bare ass, it does. There are some. Not to spoil too many things. Daffy does make a joke about being fucked in a truck stop bathroom, which I was like, wait a minute. So that guy, that's what I was gonna say is that like, I feel like I wasn't laughing as much at the super big jokes they made. But in turn, a lot of the smaller, more subtle jokes had me laughing. So I was laughing at this film plenty, more than worth price of admission for sure. And also, it is, I will say this, better well written than you may expect. At least more than I expected. I won't give like any like third act spoilers here, but like, I was going through it, and I was like, I like Looney Tunes, but I'm not expecting like fucking like, I'm not expecting like Knives Out from it or whatever. Big, welcome in. But you kind of got a Knives Out moment in the movie, like a big aha reveal thing. Welcome on in, Big. Shout out. Let me see if I can do this before I die. At Captain Big. We were just talking about the new repo. I was looking at that. It's not on Mac, so I was thinking about getting a new computer, not like a proper PC gaming rig, but maybe new computer soon. Because this one is getting kind of old. So who knows? Maybe I will get something I can play like games on. Anyway, so yeah, there were moments of just like the writing surprising me in the new Looney Tunes movie. Again, for anyone coming in with Big, no spoilers. I'm just talking about what I enjoyed in the newest Looney Tunes movie, The Day the Earth Blew Up. The animation is good. It kind of fucked with me at first because one of the bits they open the movie with is like one of those cases where you have like purposefully limited animation. Like if you've ever seen like terminal montages stuff, there is kind of just a moment where like a mouse comes in and drags a character across the screen. But then there's like a whole like fight scene at what I would label like the beginning of part 2. And that is genuinely like very well animated to the point where I was like just enjoying it for how it was looking. And also, the movie stars Daffy Duck and Porky Pig, which, I mean, that's not a spoiler, they're on the poster. But there's not really like any other big name Looney Tunes in there, and I'm okay with that. I saw an article that was like, why isn't Daffy Duck in it? Not asking why he's not... Did I just say Daffy Duck? Why isn't Bugs Bunny in it? Not genuinely asking, but more just explaining to people why he's not in it. And was it? Oh, I should save up for that actually. And honestly, I wasn't disappointed by that. Have a good lurk, Big. I appreciate the raid. I was not at all disappointed by lack of other Looney Tunes. I was more than happy having Daffy and Porky in the spotlight, especially because like they call each other their best friends, which I think is a dynamic they've done before, both in like the Looney Tunes show and like other Looney Tunes media. But in this one, they were way more like brothers. Like the opening is them like growing up together. uh, Skittering Man, Skittering Man. Oh, that's not a lot. Anyway, but like their whole deal is more than enough to get you through it. I don't think I've the only soul Porky cartoon I can think of is Porky in Dodo Land, which or is it Porky in Wacky Land? It's something like that. It's where he finds the last of the dodos, and are you really last of the dodos? Yes, I'm really the last of the dodos. I mean, I like that. I like that cartoon. I just quoted it verbatim. And he's great. I mean, you know, again. And it is also great to have this movie where Daffy is essentially like kind of restored to an older format that has not been used in a good while. Like it's popped up here and there. Wacky Daffy, like the way he kind of showed up when he was more the star of his own solo pictures and less so being a foil to Bugs. But yeah, he's just crazy in this movie. I did mention he makes a joke about getting fucked in a truck stop bathroom, so you know that should that should point to you the tone in which the movie is in there. I would say overall, like, this movie is great. Definitely shouldn't have been shelved for whatever fucking reason. And just, if you like cartoons, period, go see it. Unironically. If there has ever been a part of you that has said, boy, I like cartoons, then you should see this movie purely because... Also, hate the Winter Lanterns. Who doesn't? Purely because it is a thing doing cartoons justice when so much of Hollywood spaghetti. So much of Hollywood seems like, no, we hate cartoons. You know, like as Disney, Lord, the amount of Snow White, not to get into like booing something as we were actively talking about something so good, but like it bears mentioning because it is part of what highlights The Day the Earth Blew Up being so good. The Day the Earth Blew Up, like to me at least, feels like so much love of Golden Age Hollywood and animation and etc. Right? So seeing that next to the Snow White remake, which for all intents and purposes is like a grim skin face mask of old Hollywood, like just awful. Like bad to look at, bad, like not necessarily even the best choice for a movie to remake on several levels. Just so bad. It's remake. A Bloodborne remake even a bad Bloodborne remake would be better than a current Snow White remake. Guaranteed. Not a competition. Lowest bar possible. So seeing that next to The Day the Earth Blew Up, which to me feels like walking back in time to days where hand-drawn animation was like you'd pay to see it on the big screen, with the newest shorts, which is, you know, that's not a time I experienced myself, but like I was at that shortcut. Was I that low? Did I not notice my health that low? I'm truly the worst at this game. Anyway, but yeah. It feels like going back to a time when cartoons were like, cartoons have never been respected, if we're being honest, but at the very least, they had their moment in the sun as big productions that you'd go see in theaters, rather than 2D animation being relegated purely to the television and shit. Like, so again, not... Because what I don't want to be like is, oh, do you like any cartoon ever? Go see The Day the Earth Blew Up. Because that's way too broad a net. Like, there's no way it could actually appeal to that many people. But in a lot of ways, I think it is kind of wearing that hat right now. Heck, I mean, like, when I was looking at the box, I think, is there a new Paddington out right now? Because fucking, I believe when I was looking at the box office for this thing, which again was calling it a success, at the very least, like, in one form or another, considered a success as a film in the box office, and was beating out some other current films. Was it? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah. Nope, I lost it again. Yeah, I mean, I can't think of another, like, real big budget animated movie, or at least purely animated movie, recently or currently in theaters. I've actually been going to the theaters a lot more recently than I have for the longest time. And thinking about it, and I hope no one takes this as blaspheme, but thinking about it, the 3 movies I've seen, I don't think I've ever seen that before. What is that? Hell, what did I just pick up? Can I see it? Let me look at it. A blood gem. That fortified weapon. That's weird looking. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Anyway. But yeah. Thinking about, like, having been to the theaters far more recently than so much in the past. The 3 movies I have seen are Wicked, Sonic the Hedgehog 3, and The Day the Earth Blew Up. And overall, as a film, I would say The Day the Earth Blew Up is, believe it or not, better than Sonic 3. And I know, a lot of people will be, especially if you're watching, like, a game on Twitch, will be out there thinking, but Sonic 3 was pure cinema. And you're not wrong. It's a fun movie. But also, I really can't imagine how much you'll get out of it if you don't know about the wacky world of Sonic and Sonic Adventure 2. Not to mention the fact that it is a sequel to 2 other films which you might not have seen so far. Like, with all of those kind of parameters, but Knuckles makes me chuckle. And you want to know something, Seth? I love Knuckles too. He's a great guy, and I love seeing him in theaters with his buddies Sonic and Tails. But I also like seeing Daffy and Porky in theaters. They'll make you chuckle. I think it actually might be on streaming stealth. It's streaming now, stealth. I remember seeing that part of the money it's raking in comes from people buying it on Blu-ray, which is coming out later this... I think it's coming out, like, in 2 days now. And people watching it on streaming. Uh, damn it, what was I just thinking of? But yeah.
Cahill,
Yes.
question.
What's up?
When it comes to streaming,
Yes.
Will you join me for bonus football and watch it?
Hey, Stealth. So, this is one question that might have been better off stream actually, because I know a lot of people have been like, hey, he'll do a movie night in Discord. But, yeah, I'd love to watch it with you. So.
Well, I mean, it's not like you would argue watching it a third time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that is true. But also, this actually might be a case where I'd be like, no, I do need one. I do need to. I would like to do a movie night, and I have said we need to do a. What's it called? Red line in the Discord. So I need to get on scheduling that. But, also, this is a movie that I probably wouldn't stream to Discord, just because I think, genuinely, more people should just be like, I think it could use the number. Yeah, exactly. Like, this is not a movie where it's just like, hey, everyone, this is a movie that's been out for a while, so let's all watch it together. This is a movie where it's like, hey, everyone, this movie is out on streaming now, and if we don't all watch it separately, Warner Brothers will execute the animators in the street. So, like,
this movie is a dying format. Save it.
Yeah, exactly.
Save
so,
it.
like, fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, big blockbuster hit. I love it. Watch it in Discord. Like, one of the reasons I haven't been like, yeah, we'll do that definitely, is because that is 9 hours. So that's a whole day just watching movies in Discord. But comparatively, it's a big blockbuster success, and like, you know, like everyone knows Pirates of the Caribbean. Redline was a flop, but it's also free to watch on YouTube now, and it came out in 2009. So that's a lost cause. The Day the Earth Blew Up is out now. You should go see it. I'm begging you. So very, very different situations. But yeah. Oh my lord. Okay. So now that it has been brought up, thanks to Self, we should have 2 movie nights in Discord. Again, Pirates I'm a little hesitant to promise, because again, 9 hours. But
that would not be a movie night. That would be a movie day.
That would be Kale sits in the channel for a while. Maybe people come in to watch a movie. But the 2 movies we should watch are Redline and the Sonic OVA. I would love to watch the Sonic OVA in Discord with people.
Metal Sonic?
I got too excited about Metal Sonic, but yeah, watch the wild fucking 20-minute world building of the Sonic OVA.
Oh my god, Paul is right.
What's that? Muppet Treasure Island? That is true. All right. We got some
This short list is becoming a long list.
I know. Okay, but we'll cut it off there. I do want to watch Muppet Treasure Island by myself first, but that's what we could do. We can do Sonic OVA, Redline, Muppet Treasure Island. I will write those blank checks, and I will start assigning dates to them. Cross my heart. Because I know I've waffled on movie nights before, but...
I love waffles.
Here's the problem. I have the Redline Blu-ray, and I have a player that I believe I can just plug into my computer. I don't have a remote for it.
Isn't a PlayStation a Blu-ray player?
I have had that thought. Here's the problem. I'll Google it, but also I feel like I didn't want to risk it, because I was like, yes, shove this in my PlayStation. Risking the disc and the PlayStation. So I'll Google that, and maybe I can schedule it for sooner rather than later, but I was like, I don't know how much I trust my PlayStation with my movie disc. I've never done this before. So, like, be very careful. Yeah. You're a big fella. Oh, who's Papa's biggest fella? Is it you? Is it you, Mr. Amygdala? Stealth, did you know that the amygdala is a part of a brain?
Yeah.
Do you remember what it does or no?
No.
Gotcha. Hey, Stealth, I don't mean to always be asking you law questions, but I think of wacky scenarios, and I need the answer to them immediately. Can you bring body parts into courts?
What?
Like, if it's a piece of evidence, can you be like, we need this? Just on, like, a table?
I have not personally encountered a scenario in which that has occurred.
Would it be against the rules?
I can't... I can't say that with absolute certainty. You have introduced a question I have not once thought of.
Like, fucking... Like, you gotta like, your case involves a fucking Ripley's Believe It or Not, you know, scenario. So it's like, to make sure you believe it. To Tatai Bayo. We're going to bring it into the courtroom right now.
Yeah, no, I feel like the answer, like, is no.
I mean, how many rules are up to, like, the judge, you know? Like, like, is it a hard no, or is it just like, well, most judges wouldn't be happy with that, but, you know, maybe if you find one cool dude, then... Has a primary role in processing memory, decision-making, and emotional responses, including fear. I wanted to say it's the part of the brain that does fear, but I feel like that's, like, you know, how cliche. You know? I've not fought this guy the longest time, honestly. Stealth, when you play Bloodborne, did you experience fear?
Not really.
I was afraid at different parts. Not all the time, but enough.
Did I get jump scared? Absolutely.
Yeah,
but
I would say
fear,
that counts. Just.
I don't know. I feel like true fear is different.
That's fair, but I do attribute one emotion and game design decision to Bloodborne that I love, and I think more like games in general could use. Like, I don't even think Resident Evil really does this particularly well, which is to say that part of what Bloodborne does well is that they have scary monsters to fight, right? And it's not like a situation like most horror games where it's like, well, I'll avoid the scary monster. No, you have to fight him. He is directly blocking process. Doesn't matter how much he hits you hard or terrifies you, you do have to fight him. I think one of the big examples I can think of is like the lycanthropes. I feel like the lycanthropes tend to block progress a lot of the time. And, man, that is... I adore how much I struggled with just the fucking 1 yard rule chapel. And now I've first tried 3 bosses. 0 deaths on bosses. But yeah, I would love to see more games. I don't know much about Dead Space. Maybe that does it. But I've also seen enough people to be like, I can't wait to fight the monsters in Dead Space. So I do not know. I don't know about games. I'm stupid with them.
Welcome, what it? Very well met.
Yeah. Yeah. Full disclosure on this anniversary stream, I have felt bad because people have been like, I'd like to watch a movie with Cahill. I'm like, I'm not sure when, but that's another reason why Pirates becomes a sticky area, because like I said, they get long. I think they only get to like, I think At World's End is only like 2.5 hours, but all added up and everything.
There's no promise at the Journey's End.
At World's End, what is that from? Nope, it's 2 hours and 48 minutes. So that's pretty dang close to 3 hours.
There's no promises at Journey's End.
Okay. You know what? I'll trust you. some point, I will say this, amongst one day I'll sit in the private Discord and probably just put on Pirates and be like, friends, listen, this is the greatest film of all time. Ignore a lot of context surrounding that statement.
Juice, come see. Juice, please.
Juice. Lord, one of our friends texted me today and being like, every time I get to the Pirates world in Kingdom Hearts, a small Cahill in my brain starts freaking out. So I have such conflicted emotions about that. Of all worlds, I'm glad they put in 3. I'm glad Pirates was one of them. But you do not know how much shit they skipped over by going from movie 1 to movie 3. You might be like, oh, that's not that much. Sure. No, a lot happened. If I'm not mistaken, I think Sora comes in after Jack has died and has been resurrected. By the villain they
What does that matter?
by the villain that they killed in the first game. Well, I guess second Kingdom Hearts game, but first movie. Wasn't it in KH2? Well, what I'm saying, Paula, is that, and granted, this is just me digging a hole, being just like, well, I have to show people Pirates now. But in KH2, they're doing they are doing Curse of the Black Pearl, and in KH3, the Pirates World comes back, and they're doing At World's End. In that time, 2 members of the cast have died and have been resurrected. Multiple people have switched sides of a conflict. 2 new villains have been introduced. And a lot of other stuff has happened, but several characters driving the plot forward have been introduced, etc., etc. It's the movie where one character is eaten out partially on screen. So
Ayo.
yeah, no, I did not realize that because I watched it as a kid, but no, yeah, there is definitely a scene where they're like, so this part of the movie is oral sex. So, and I didn't realize that for multiple reasons for the longest time, but it definitely happens. And it's great. I love those movies. I haven't played it yet. Haven't played Kingdom Hearts 2. I was literally thinking today. I was like, Kingdom Hearts 2 might be one of the greatest games of all time. And I am confident in that statement, actually.
Yeah. Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix is my favorite Kingdom Hearts.
That's why whenever someone brings up, like, well, Kingdom Hearts 3, and it's like, let me stop you there. Kingdom Hearts 3 took 20 years to come out, and Kingdom Hearts 2 was one of the greatest games of all time. Kingdom Hearts 3 could be the game of a generation. It wouldn't measure up in the slightest. Like, it could have been the best game of that year, and fucking people still would have been disappointed in it. Was that?
Which it was not.
I don't even remember what other games came out that year, but yeah.
It doesn't matter. It was a game of the year. But the one thing I will give it is, haha, funny, I am now a fucking theme park ride.
That part, I remember very much. Like, okay, first off, spoilers for that. I love how it's like Bloodborne, Looney Tunes, Kingdom Hearts. Who cares? Anyway, spoilers. Sora dies at the end.
Kingdom Hearts.
Sora dies at the end of Kingdom Hearts 3, and I kind of like that as an ending. The whole point of Kingdom Hearts is Sora being like, I love my friends, they are everything to me, I'll do anything to them, and then externally, everyone saying Sora is a nothing character, right? That he has nothing going on for him, and he's just a goofball who does stuff for everything else. Guess what? Him sacrificing himself to save his friends, totally in character, twist ending I didn't see. I don't even want Kingdom Hearts 4. I'm okay with that being the ending to the series, of being just like, conflict is resolved, Sora is dead. And I'm just like, okay, that's wild, but I'm down for it.
Will I still get it because I'm fully on board at this point? Yeah.
Yeah.
Am I happy about that fact? No.
Also, Paula, as much as I kind of spoiled that, it's like also It's like Sora's not dead permanently because they're like, we're making Kingdom Hearts 4. Yada yada blah, 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 blah. But so I like, as much as weird stuff happened in that game, like that as an ending to the Kingdom Hearts series, 110% on board with. And in terms of like gameplay and stuff, I remember having fun with it. So like there's lots of stuff. I think one of the criticisms I can get the most on board with is people being like, hey, there are no Final Fantasy characters in this game until DLC, which is a totally valid criticism for a game whose whole like pitch is, what if we made Disney Final Fantasy? So
my criticism is it's just so goddamn floaty.
I mean,
it feels so bad.
I come to expect that from Kingdom Hearts, but I'd have to like binge the series to really get an idea of like comparing it, you know.
There's a balance.
Yeah. No, I agree.
And they did not strike it.
Like I said, all I can remember is that I had fun with the game. I remember worst room in the game. I remember like some things where I was like, but not too much overall. I think I got a lot of joy out of the choices they made with it, minus one, which I will not talk about for so many reasons. But yeah, to really get my whole perspective on Kingdom Hearts, I'll go on.
Can you give me a clue as to what it was?
7. Okay, what it is that in the original game Kingdom Hearts, which, by the way, I think as a standalone RPG, also fucking fantastic. It's weird, it's quirky, it has some really good combat systems, whatever.
Those interesting secret bosses.
Yes. We find out that in the entire fucking multiverse, there are 7 pure lights that, you know, that contain a lot of power, yada yada yada. Shocking, they're Disney characters and Kairi. And the Disney yes, and the Disney characters are fucking like Snow White, Cinderella, Belle, Alice, etc., etc. Like 7 of them, right?
7.
Okay. For no reason whatsoever, you know, during the events of Kingdom Hearts 3, we are reminded that part of the stakes of what are on the line for the final conflict is that if our heroes do not go off and fight big war, Xehanort will just go kidnap people and, you know, kind of create the situation artificially, right? Okay. And, like, Sora says that out loud because he's just like, yeah, I don't want my friends to get hurt. And then Yensid puts on his Disney CEO suit and says, well, actually, no, it's Elsa and Moana and new people. For no fucking reason. Like, the only way I can ever read that scene, which I just completely ignore otherwise, is that Disney walked into Nomura's office and said, in order to let you make Kingdom Hearts 3, you have to change who the princesses of Hearts are to newer characters that we've recently made. And I hate that. That is the thing I hate the most about Kingdom Hearts 3. But besides that, exactly. But besides that, I like it. The only reason I don't like that is because it literally feels like the fucking millionaires running Disney reached their hands into the game and like changed something so that they could sell shit. Like fucking, you had literally no reason to. Like, beyond the fact that like there's no purpose in doing that. Also, it's just like, it's not like, because like we meet Elsa and I think she's one of them, whatever, but like fucking, it's not like other friends Sora have made are immune to the effects of what will happen, right? Like, it'd be the apocalypse. So it's not like, it's not just like, well, if we don't do this, 7 people will die and that'll suck. It's more like, if we don't do this, 7 people we know will die, and then also the world will end. So that'll suck. But yeah, like a finishing thought I've been trying to finish for a while. I would like to actually binge Kingdom Hearts at one point, but one, it's like, isn't the only versions on Switch, aka portable console, that I could bring around with me? Like, that's like cloud shit, and that's not good. And then I don't want to stream it because people make the same 2 jokes. about Kingdom Hearts. So, hi gamer. Don't even get me started on what will happen, like if I stream Kingdom Hearts and then we got to like the Battle of 1,000 Heartless, like the stuff people people will go crazy. They'll pay for this.
Speaking of going crazy,
Yes.
I'm at the end of Final Fantasy 3.
Yes.
And Doga went and got the dudes.
He got the dudes?
Yeah, the 4 dudes.
I'm trying to think about what you're talking about, but...
The 4 dudes who thought they were the Warriors of Light.
Oh, right, you're... Well, that's the problem. You're playing, like, the Pixel Remaster. I didn't know they were in there, and yeah, those guys are fun. I love that one of them, like, comes along and is just like, yeah, I'll help. Man, I'm doing really bad, like, regular enemies in this game. He's such a fucking nerd. Don't look at me like that. What was I just thinking of? I don't know, I forgot. But... damn it. Yeah, Final Fantasy 3 is fun.
3, it's by far my favorite so far. Such a fun experience.
Of Final Fantasies you have played, where does it rank? Is it like your favorite Final Fantasy period, or is it like you just the one you've been playing recently?
About the Pixel remakes.
Gotcha. So of 1, 2, and 3, you like 3 the best so far?
Yeah.
Yeah, I really like 3. That being said, like, I didn't know much of... Literally, these guys have never done that before. Sick. That's really cool. I love you guys. Anyway. Yeah, I know, because, like, it introduced a job system, which I wasn't familiar with before. And I think people have told me that 4 and 5 are better, in part, because, like, then they introduce, like, summons and what have you, and obviously those are a mainstay, and a bunch of other junk. But when I played 3, I legitimately very much loved it, so... I had some notes, but those were partially game criticisms and partially just like, well, I would prefer it this way. Make it the Cahill way.
That middle-aged man is gonna get like fucking stomped by a dragon.
Okay, so imagine the job system in 3. Yes, Beba, but make it better. And that's 5. Oh.
Oh, that sounds good. I can't wait to get there.
See, this is what makes me be like I do want to play more Final Fantasies, and I'm planning to this year, but also it makes me be like, and people like Final Fantasy 6 a lot. Why? Because like before that you have the job system, which allows you to customize your characters, and after that you have the materia system, and people are just like, no, give me Final Fantasy 6. And I'm just like, you can't customize your characters at all in that one, and I love that aspect of these games so much. Someone explain it to me.
And you can shoot it out of a cannon.
I don't like being chased by a nerd and some spider. What fucking Peter Parker AU ass? Fan fiction ass Peter Parker. Get out of here. Oh my, what the hell?
And you get a web, and you get a web.
On it, like, what? How
Just getting Spider-Man ulted in the backline.
That is currently what is happening. I feel so... I've been pouring shit into health this entire stream, but I still feel so squishy. Please follow me down the elevator. I'd laugh my ass off. Okay, he's not going to. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, I like Kingdom Hearts. I like Looney Tunes. I need to play more Final Fantasy, but I like what I've played of Final Fantasy so far, so, you know. Like, I've heard people describe 6 as one of the best games of all time, and I'm willing to believe that, and I'm willing to believe that even if it's not, like, a game I like too much, but when I look at 2 systems that sandwich it and allow you to get really wacky with the characters they have, it makes me be like, well, these games seem cooler. 8 has a dog companion. I mean, 8 is the ultimate underdog in all of this. It can only go up from there.
They shoot the underdog out of a cannon.
No, they cast Peter Dinklage to play underdog in the movie.
The boss theme for 3 is, at least in the Pixel remake, is absolute fire.
I do remember, because like I usually like listen to other shit while I play games, but I remember like turning up the volume on my DS for some of like the 3 playthrough I did on DS, and yeah, the music was good. I must agree. Also, can I just say, I saw someone post a message, like a meme in a Discord of Professor Layton talking to Luke, be like, oh my boy, I could never hack my DS, that would be illegal, like him being a big nerd about it. But then part of it was just be like, I've made quite a collection of DS games, would you like to see them? And I was like, wait, no. You can hack your DS, but I still like having a collection of DS games. Hold on. Don't mark that part. I like doing that part. Sick. Hey, Peter. With great responsibility comes great fist up your ass. I bet Uncle Ben didn't tell you that part, did he? Beans. Oh my, don't emo. Okay, he has to die. He must die. Lord, I love playing Bloodborne on its 10th anniversary and purely getting my ass kicked by NPCs, not bosses. not big juggernauts, just the NPCs.
It is funny.
It is funny. Yeah, the Stealth's making his way through the Pixel remaster, and I basically want to try basically every Final, well, except 2. Stealth gave a firm thumbs down to 2, but I want to try most Final Fantasies in between 1
just because I don't like something doesn't mean you won't
not
like
true.
it.
But it will be lower on my list, as it were. But then like after that, after like 10, you have 11, which is an MMO, and you have 12 and 13, which I haven't heard great things about. And also I like that earlier era of Final Fantasy games. I like crunchy polygons and yada yada yada. Maybe I'll play 12 and 13 one day, but after I make my way through like the more classic series of Final Fantasy games, I kind of want to give 15 and 16 a chance, because I don't know, they seem neat, even if they're not the classic games. I think they got a little something in them that makes me be like, ooh, what is this? What is this? And I mean, like, I imagine they're somewhat similar to the FF7 remake, and I like that, so. More FF7, please. It's my favorite. Ooh. Oh my lord. Oh, gotcha. Sorry. Oh, thank you. Ugh. My family came in to give me a package, but they don't know I'm bullying a nerd right now. Are you gonna run out of, like, mist anytime soon? What is that, your inhaler? Ugh. Ugh.
That's unfortunate, Beba, because you really, you are the highest key missing out.
We refuse to consider it because it's so yeah. It is dumb. I've said this before, Beba. Oh, so I did it. My hot gamer opinion on FF7 is that it's good. Am I saying that it's...
Okay.
Yes.
But the job system is the tiny orbs.
Yeah, exactly. Beba, there is... Okay, I should send you a clip from Super Eye Patch's Wolf video on FF7 because it explains this pretty well. Orbs in... Materia in FF7, which is one reason I'm so sad it's never returned. And, like, I know a lot of people are like, your favorite Final Fantasy is the first one you played. And it's like, well, the first one I played had the Materia system, and I love the Materia system. So, fucking... Maybe if there was another game with that, I'd like that. Anyway, but the Materia system is like the job system, except you get to code what jobs are in the game. It's a small coding system, and you can upgrade the little jobs you make for all your different teammates and assign them to different roles, and then forge what those roles look like. It is a logical extreme to the job system, and it's great. I fucking love that. So, I do get the whole... I've heard too much about this game, I don't want to play it now. But also, FF7 is a fun time. It's just fun. I like it. So, I'm not going to bore you saying it's so historic. No. I just have fun playing.
Why'd you go Pienta?
What's that?
Do you sound like a Pienta?
Oh, I'm a truckster. Is that what you're talking about? Me throwing Beba violently into a copy of Final Fantasy VII. I'm a trickster. Truly impressive how they made Bravely Default to bad.
Okay.
What's that?
I got scripted lost.
That's never fun. They brought it back in a bad game. Oof. I thought Bravely... I feel like I heard good things about Bravely Default, but I haven't played it at all, so... I already said, like, I did a whole rant about being like, man, you know, Final Fantasy isn't really even a turn-based combat thing anymore. Like, they made Octopath Traveler, so maybe I should just... Maybe I should shut up and play Octopath Traveler, which I have heard good things about. Couldn't get into it. I will say, Paul, that case makes yours a little different, just because what you're lucky is 8 is so different that, like, that's the first you try out, and then you don't have to worry about, like, playing a different Final Fantasy and being like, man, I don't know if I can play 8, yada yada, you know? Like, you've tried the most different, so then at that point, like, maybe you'll find, like, one more typical one you like, but you've started at the extreme, so you don't have to worry about getting there. Anyway, I think I'm going to call it a night. We're going to continue this tomorrow, actually. I would like to finish... What I'd like to do is I'd like to finish this playthrough, and then maybe we can try doing the DLC. I don't think I've ever streamed Old Hunters before, so that might be next week. Maybe I should be more scared about that, considering how squishy I've been recently in this game. But, yeah, happy 10th anniversary to Bloodborne. Legitimately just one of my favorite games of all time. I mean, we could talk about all kinds of different RPGs, but this game fits in that category, and that would make this one my favorite. It's not a JRPG, but it's an RPG, so... And so Souls in general has just made it so that, like, any other RPG game, action RPG game, I'm just like, eh. It's alright. I feel like I've seen, like, I think about God of War, which is a fantastic game, like God of War 18 and Ragnarok. Like, it's a fantastic game, and by comparison, whenever I think about it, I'm just like, yeah, but it's just kind of like a narrative game. It's like, no, that's an action game. You fight lots of things. It's decently hard. But then I go back to Souls, and I'm just like, I'm fighting everything. I'm carving through everything. I think you finished 10 sometime after that. 10 is great. I love a 10. Let me see who is streaming. I do see someone random. Wait. I see someone random on my feed playing Bloodborne. I don't know if I want to... I don't know if I want to rate someone. Let me What is Dollop Days? How long has Dollop Days been going? Because she's playing Mega Man X and that's a 10. X stands for 10, even though it's the 8th Mega Man game technically. And then returned it. Damn. Definitely never remade the first one. Is the remake the one on GameCube? Because I feel like I was looking at games for GameCube, and I was like, should I get Crystal Chronicles? I do not know. Anyway, I'm just gonna rate Dollop Days. So, just because, like, I could raid random person playing. Oh, she might be wrapping up. Actually, never mind. She's definitely wrapping up. Oops. How about this? Look at the original Chronicles is on GameCube. All right, so maybe I should try that out. All right, we're gonna raid Stod. I don't know much. Toucans is doing Avowed. Toucan Soda. If that's where you'd like to go, Toucan's Soda. I'm trying to. Toucan's Soda. Okay. I was like, am I spelling their name correctly? I am. I don't know. I don't know how to spell toucan. That's a weird way to spell banana. Oh my lord. There was a weird topic to end stream on, but just listen to me real quick. Before stream, I was just watching random videos, and one was someone making fun of ridiculous "get ready with me" video, and part of it was the guy eating a banana and then rubbing the peel on his face. And I stopped the video there because I'm just like, what am I watching? That is crazy. Well, rub banana. Toucans, hello? Okay, wait. I know I'm gonna have to leave soon after, like, head out myself pretty soon after raiding Toucans, but I want to make sure our stream is up first. Anyway, thanks y'all for joining me for some, what was I thinking of? For some Bloodborne. I honestly didn't think we'd be coming back to this. I forgot how old Bloodborne was, so, you know. But we did come back to it, and probably we'll even finish it, and maybe even do the DLC. So I hope to see y'all there. Bye.